Alright, hey what's up guys, Yusuf Shah from TechDroids, and NVIDIA just dropped their RTX 2080 Super today for you guys, so it's available for sale and we have it here in the studio as well. So in this video, let's talk about it. We have the RTX 2080 Super Zotac AMP edition, which was provided by VIVEK from Ankit Infotech. So you can get it at shop for 53,000 plus GST and it will be available in stock. You can build the rest of your PC as well. All the details to Ankit Infotech will be in the description down below, so check it out. It's a really good place to buy PC components and build your PCs. Assembly is free, as well as software installation and things like that. So go ahead and check out Ankit Infotech. And with that being said, let's talk about the Zotac RTX 2080 Super AMP edition in this video. So let's unbox it, find out how it's different from the Founders Edition. What more do you get for the extra price? What kind of features or performance you get for the extra price? What comes in the box? And should you even buy the RTX 2080 Super? What is its competition and how does it compare to the non-Super as well as the 2080 Ti? With that being said, let's get started. Alright, getting started with the unboxing. On the back of the card you have some extra features about the card. We'll get to that in the later stage of the video. For now, let's just unbox it and see how different it is. Oh, this is nice. It's really cool. So it says Zotac Gaming on the top. Now let's just get to the card itself. Opening the lid. First things first is going to be documentation, and inside this should be your quick start guide and stuff like that. So let's check it out. And yeah, so you have some ads about their mech PCs and their all-in-one PCs. So if you're interested in that. Then you have the quick installation guide and some other info on the graphics card, and you also have this tiny little Zotac gaming sticker, which is again pretty nice. It's a good inclusion. Alright, so the first thing in the box itself is going to be your power cable adapter. So this card will require two 8-pin PCIe connectors, so you have again to adapt them if you don't have them in your power supply. But if you're buying such a graphics card, I think you have a good enough power supply to actually power this one. And it's heavy, but just look at it. It's a beautiful graphics card. It looks absolutely gorgeous in my opinion, and you can see why, because it has a really good looking gamery design, so very aggressive design. So you have the dual fans here, so that'll help in the cooling. You can also push this card with some extensive overclocking, so that's why these AMP editions and these extreme editions are made, so you can get some extra potential out of these cards by using their extra cooling. And yeah, most of the card is made out of plastic on the top itself, but it's good quality plastic, and the card really feels like a sturdy one. It's well built. On the top you have the Zotac gaming logo, plus you have the NVLink / SLI bridge. You also have your power connectors, so two 8-pin PCI power connectors, and here's the back plate. It's a beautiful one, and I'm covering the serial numbers just so that they don't get revealed. But yeah, you have the live to game thing, and you also have the Zotac logo. So this backplate covers the full length of the graphics card and actually looks good. It covers all the electronics, so none of the PCB is visible. And yeah, taking a look at the card itself, guys, in my opinion, first impression, it looks really good. Alright, so talking about the specs of the RTX 2080 Super from Zotac, again, it comes with 8GB of GDDR6 memory like any other card, but the change here is going to be on the boost clock. So you get a base clock of 1650 MHz, but you get a boost of 1845 compared to the 1815 on the Founders Edition. Now this boost clock is from the factory, so they've overclocked it on their own, but you can push this card way further than just 1845, because the cooling is able to handle more overclocking. So that's that. And you also have some increments in the 2080 Super itself, so it doesn't matter Zotac or any brand in the Founders Edition itself. So you have more memory speed plus more memory bandwidth. So faster memory speeds, that's going to be 15.5 gigabytes per second, and you have more memory bandwidth as well, so that is 496 gigabytes per second. So that increases, and this power as a whole will take 250 watts of total board power, and it has extra features like power boost, Spectra, freeze, and Ice Storm 2.0 as well as Firestorm 2.0. So power boost is going to be handling the power delivery for this card. So this has an improved 16+4 phase power delivery system. So power boost is going to be taking care of the longevity of the card, so providing it power when it needs and not providing it when it doesn't. So in simple words, power boost is going to take care of the longevity of the card and just keeping it safe. Next up, Spectra is going to be to control the RGB lighting on this card. That's going to be the Zotac gaming logo. So this glows in RGB. You can use their software and configure it however you want. I would have liked more RGB on this card, maybe in the fans or something. Zotac could have gone a little more overkill with the lighting, but again, it's there and I guess it's appreciated. And the Founders Edition has the GeForce RTX logo, which glows in green, so this is something similar to that. Then you have freeze technology, so fan freeze, which is going to stop the fans or slow them down when the card is not under load, so to reduce sound plus just take off the load from the card. There's Ice Storm 2.0 cooling, so that makes the card a little smarter when cooling, so that gives you more performance. So all the board partners have their thing for better cooling, but yeah, I guess you'll get slightly better cooling from the Founders Edition. Even the Founders Edition is kind of loud and gets hot. The 2080 Super in general is going to get quite hot, as well as it's going to be louder. And you also have Firestorm, that is going to be their software for fine-tuning and just overclocking and monitoring your graphics card. So that's going to be the utility software that comes with this graphics card. You can download it online. I'll leave a link down below. And that's going to be the extra features that you get with the Zotac RTX 2080 AMP Edition, so 2080 Super AMP Edition. And talking about the pricing of the card, in the US you can get it for $739 on Amazon, and you also have an AMP Extreme Edition that's going to be a little expensive, plus it's going to have triple fans. Plus on Ankit Infotech you can get this for 53,000 plus GST, so that's going to be a very competitive pricing for you guys. And yeah, all details to Ankit Infotech are down below in the description. Anyway, now talking about the performance and where this card stands in this whole GPU market. RTX 2080 Super, currently there is no competition. The RX 5700 XT and the RX 5700 we covered from Asus in the previous video are going to be competing against the RTX 2060 Super and 2070 Super respectively, whereas there is no 5800 series card right now, and that's why there is no competition for the 2080 Super from the AMD side. Now talking about NVIDIA's lineup itself, let's check out how different is it from the 2080, so the non-Super edition, and how much inferior it is compared to the 2080 Ti. That's going to be the highest end of RTX GPUs. So in my opinion, this is going to be slightly better than the RTX 2070 Super, marginally better than the RTX 2080, but is going to be falling short when you compare it to the RTX 2080 Ti. That's going to be like 31% faster than this, and you're also paying like double the price. So the RTX 2080 Ti still remains the king of graphics cards for NVIDIA. And in this video I'll be including some benchmarks and some testings from Pulse Hardware, so a huge shout out to them. And with that being said, here are the benchmarks. benchmarks out of the way, talking about NVIDIA's lineup itself, this is going to compete against the 2070 Super plus 2080 Ti. So, it is in the middle of those two cards. It's definitely better than the, non-Super 2080. So that's that. And it's slightly better than the 2070 Super, and also it's inferior to the 2080 Ti. So the 2080 Ti still, out of every card in the market right now, still remains the king. And talking about the Founders Edition versus the Zotac card, the Founders Edition is going to be inferior again in terms of performance. So it's like 4 to 5% maybe, because of the extra overclock and the better cooling and stuff. You can definitely get more performance by pushing this card a lot more than just 1845 megahertz. So that's that. Now, as you've had a look at the benchmarks, now you know where this card stands. And huge thanks again Ankit Infotech and Paul's Hardware for giving the benchmarks. And again, go check out Ankit Infotech. You can get this card for 53,000 plus GST. And I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. That's about it for this video. And if you did, go ahead and smash the like button and also subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Let me know in the comments down below what do you think about the RTX 2080 Super, the Zotac one, the Founders Edition, anything in general, and I'll be replying to you guys. Again, thanks so much for watching. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Stay blessed and prosper. Bye.